Today I wanted to speak to you about the importance of communion, and that's not because we manufacture communion, but I really want you guys to have revelation around the importance of it and the importance of it doing it often, and also the simplicity of it. And it's also off the back end of reading a post that went out this morning by Ian Simpkins that said Christians are the only adult mammals that expect someone else to feed them. And then further down it says, good teaching sets the table, but maturity comes when we actually sit down, eat, and then live the way that reflects the nourishment we have received. So what I want to speak to you about is communion and help you just see the simplicity of it. That's really what I'm wanting to do. And in Matthew 26:26, and I've read this over and over, I've read different versions of it, and every time I read it, I see Jesus hanging out with his disciples. It was just so uncomplicated. And he just said, guys, let's sit around the table. Let's share communion together. And I want you to do this often in remembrance of me. Remember the cross. Remember what I did. Remember that I died for your sins. Remember that you redeemed. All of those things. Remember that I love you. And so we're invited to the table to do this often. And it can be outside of the walls of a church. It can be anywhere. You can be out cycling, walking up Table Mountain, going for a hike in Yosemite, wherever that is, just do it. So getting back to Matthew 26:26 says, as they were eating, so they were just having a meal together, Jesus took some of the bread. He didn't have a special type of bread prepared for them specifically for the communion. He just grabbed what was available there and he blessed it. So he said a simple prayer. And then he broke it into pieces and gave it to his disciples, saying, take this and eat it, for this is my body. Very simple, straightforward. There's nothing higher grade about that. Took the cup of wine and gave thanks to God for it. So it was blessed again, and gave it to them and said, each of you drink from it, for this is my blood, which confirms the covenant between God and his people. That's beautiful. So it's a covenant. You can see, so there were two steps there. There was the breaking of the bread, and then there was the wine. And the wine was used in those days because it had alcohol content, which was also used to help break down any bacteria. It stopped you getting ill. That's why people drank wine. Now, in the modern day church, we can't always offer wine because for various reasons, it's complicated to package wine because you need certain licensing. And then the other side of it is you might have people that have battled with alcohol that can't necessarily take an alcoholic wine. So what we do is we package to the best that we can using